What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. Well, we are back here looking at XRP, guys. Now, I got to mention that there is a growing popularity online, and it's actually trending very much so in Google Trends as well. So as the more, popular influence starts to mention this ticker, the better it is for its upside continuation. I got to say, man, as soon as you hear your janitor talk about this thing, man, then you're going to be like, okay, all right, something is up with this ticker. It's probably going to end up going to higher valuations, right? But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and dive into the chart here and find out what's going on, right? So far, so good. We've met our upside targets every day that we've covered XRP so far. So congratulations, team. Thumbs up for that. But let's go ahead and identify here the potentials for the next trading sessions here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring you back here to a little bit of an earlier analysis that I did probably a few weeks back, maybe a couple months back on XRP, because there is something going on here that I'd like for you to kind of notice here. So please remember that this is your phase 1, right? Consistent of 1, 2, 3 stages. And this is your phase number 2, consistent of 1, 2, and 3 stages as well. Now, both of these are very much alike, right? Think of them as a type of fractal. I don't usually practice fractal analysis. I actually don't like it. I don't, but nonetheless, there are some repetitions here that are worth noting, right? So yeah, phase 1 and phase 2, just a smaller rendition compared to this one that's larger right over here. Okay, so what I want to focus on right now is actually your stage number 1, right? This one right over here, because that is just about where we are presently right now. Okay, guys, so this would be leading towards that massive upside here, and then also we would experience here some type of a pullback, right? So let's go ahead and which I think is what we just did, by the way. So if we observe the price action here, right, let me just get rid of these moving averages. So then we kind of made this run towards that upside, right? We got ourselves that resistance level at the top bound of the what is this, stage 1, 2, and 3, right? So that stage 2 resistance was where we came up to, and then we pulled back on the market right down to that 190, 192, 193, which just so happens to be marking a line like this, right? Which just so happens to be your stage number 2 top, right? That stage 2 top is kind of what happened here as well. Okay, so remember, stage 1, 2, and 3 price action here rides up to that upside, right? The top side of the stage number 2, and then retraces back to this area here, which just so happens to be, well, you guessed it right to that stage number 3 top, just like it did right here, right? So very, very interesting times for price action. This happened just just yesterday or the prior day here with this candle here coming down to that 190 something, right? So very, very interesting times for that to kind of happen, right? So I am noticing here that it did, at least in this respect here, it did kind of test this area here further, and then just kind of launched to the upside in a very massive manner, right? So very, very good indeed. This is the repeating iteration that I would love to happen, because it looks like it just kind of built a bull flag here and then continued to that upper bound. I don't think that the bull flag was accurate in its target, but we can actually see if it did have some rhyming at all, right? So taking that total upside and downside from the range of the bull flag, applying it to the bull flag breakout, well, it looks like it was pretty damn close, right? So this third weekly bar, so it would be 1, 2, 3 week green. It was perfectly to the top of that, suggesting a continuation, right? So very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice. And so I guess if we were to be building the same or similar thing here, then we would also have kind of a top bound to a bottom bound there. So I mean, strategically speaking, we would measure that psychological target right from the top side to the bottom side of that triangle of the bull flag, and we would measure the top. So this would take us around to $4 and just about 57 cents, or 4.55, right? So if that is the case, then pretty impressive here. There would be, I guess we could actually take a geometric here to find out. Why don't we take a geometric from this area? You want to take a fib retracement, right? From this area high to this swing low, right? We're going to take an unnatural fib here, and we're going to see if we can't nail any of the 272s or 618 targets, right? Or the ratios, the retracement ratios, right at that top bound that we're suggesting, right? Well, it looks like we're pretty damn close to 1, right? This would be the 392, 2 spot 618, right? 2 compared to that 4. 54, right? So if we were to put any type of target towards that upside, then we would naturally make it just like this here, right? So this is kind of where we could potentially go on that. Okay, team. So if we are suggesting a continuation to the upside, there could be a couple signals that are indicating that potential. Okay, guys. Number one, I am noticing here that on the weekly time frame, we're getting a massive golden cross, right? And this actually just fired off on the prior weekly bar that we just closed about a day and a half ago. Okay, guys, this is the golden cross happening, and that happens when the SMA 50 period crosses above the SMA 200 period, and it matters the posturing of them, right? So notice here how both of the moving averages are pivoted towards the upside, right? So typically speaking, the golden cross leads to upside continuation. Now, historically, it didn't do that on the time before, right? So actually, right here is where the golden cross happened, and that just happened to have marked the very top side. You know, actually, it was right about here, right? And then price action actually dipped to come back and test the validity of the SMA 50 crossing above that SMA 200. But I gotta say, that's cyclically speaking, that isn't where we are presently. It isn't here. So we are actually over here, right? So now you can see that the SMA 200 doesn't have enough history here to show you where it was, but we can go ahead and kind of guess over how this thing was kind of present, right? So let's just kind of imply or embed the move here in some way, shape, or form to kind of just guess where it was prior to this, right? So it looks like it would have been something like this here, right? Just around this pivot, right? Let me just get rid of this thing here and make this maybe a really bright color and also make it solid, right? So this looks like it would have been right here. Now remember, this teal line is your SMA 50. So right around this point here, right around here is when that SMA 50 crossed above the 200. So I guess, team, what I'm saying here is that if it really is right here that we're kind of touching on, well, that upside that we got here would lead to further upside continuation even still, right? So we already got that pullback to the stage number 3 top, and this would suggest a bull flag breakout towards the next upside target. Okay, well, I think that's probably what's happening right about here in a very similar manner that happened right here. Okay, so that could be it there, team. Okay, so that's just another speculation for you to kind of ponder on. One more that I want to give you. So we're going to go ahead and open up the Gaussian channel, right? The Gaussian bands. So I want you to take a look at this on the bi-monthly time frame, and I want you to observe what's happening here to price, right? So take a look at this. So anytime that we've come down to touch the mid band of the Gaussian bands, there has been an explosion towards the upside, right? And we are actually doing that right here yet again, right? So very interesting times indeed. This looks like we're about to get another pop to the upside here. I will warn you, right? Actually, my man, Guardian, right, inside of the Discord, he actually mentioned to me the weekly time frame looks a little overbought, right? But I have a little bit of a note to kind of share within that perspective, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at that weekly time frame and observe stochastic momentum here that, yeah, it does look a little bit overbought, and it does have a curvature on this paired with a potential red bar, right? It looks like it looks like an evening star so far. If it continues towards the upside, it may even be some type of hanging man. I don't know, but it does look like it's pretty bearish, right? But I gotta say this, take a look at the closure that we have. We have almost 4 days to go on this weekly time frame, so anything can happen during this weekly bar, guys. We could still make a continuation towards the upside. So in order for us to tell that, where can we actually pull from to see what we have, right? So first, immediate short-term time frame. We're getting already a nice pump to the upside here, right? 15-minute time frame, nice volatility rip, upside posturing on your stochastic momentum. 30-minute time frame, also very strong upside pivot. We're getting the nice expansion phase there too. Hourly time frame, same situation. It looks like we're going to start expanding from critical contraction here, and we have an upside bias on that stoch as well, right? So now it looks like we can get, for the minimum here in the immediate short-term time frame, about 2 hours worth of upside, 9 cents on that, right? So that would be 250, just around 249 as the resistance that we're coming up into, right? So you can see here that we already kind of got that. So we have a 248.41 on top so far. As soon as we get this hourly bar to close, which is in 8 minutes, this is going to show volatility spiking and upside continuation into the gravitational point of the stochastic momentum indicator, which would then imply that the buy hourly would also feel that, and then that would get the 3 hour and the 4 hour to finally cascade, right? So if we're talking about continuation to the upside, naturally speaking, there it is, right? So the 8 hour time frame still has that upside, and the 12 hour time frame has a little bit of volatility spike with that upside too. Let's see the daily. The daily is getting that effect as well. So for now, let me see the buy daily. Okay, yeah, for now, I think that we're going to get a maximum at around 2 to 3 days of upside, where I would say 2 days of upside, so 28 cents from the open right here, right? So that would be 240, 50, 60, that would be around 270, 268 to 270 top, right, guys? So I am talking about us reaching the this top here in the I guess in the next couple days, okay, guys? So I am looking at this resistance pretty soon, okay, you guys? This is looking pretty damn powerful, and I do expect a 261.82 to 268.20 coming in the next couple days, okay? So as long as we have continuation from BTC and its powerhouse moves right now, guys, which is kind of in the immediate short-term time frame. I didn't actually see this thing, but it started ripping like crazy, right? Touching down at that 101, 484, 984, almost 102,000 before it rejected and came right back down, guys, okay? So let's keep an eye on BTC here. But guys, XRP is looking pretty damn special to me. Let's go ahead and see if we can continue this massive run towards that upside. Congratulations to all those of you who have already taken your position based on our 48 cent, 58 cent call out, right, guys? Very good stuff. Let's keep on observing the movement here, guys. Remember that the beginner's mentorship and trading program is going to be starting here in literally about 2 weeks, okay, guys? I need you to get in touch with me at ArcMastersCourse at Gmail, and we will get you situated, okay? Ask for the disclaimer, ask for the syllabus, and I will get you on there, guys. Please make sure to take on these seats, as this may be the last time that I ever teach, right, guys? So this would be completing about 400 master students from the ARCa Bulls trading team. Good job, guys. And we want to make sure to complete them, right? So make sure to get in touch with me, guys, right away and take advantage of those seats, because they are about to get full, and enrollment is going to close here pretty soon, okay? ArcMastersCourse at Gmail. Well, thank you guys so much for everything, and I will catch you guys pretty soon. Do me a favor, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to really pop off, and I will catch you here on the next time around, okay, team? Adios, everybody. I love you, and I love you. Goodbye, team.